Hello, everyone. Manus MacLean here, and welcome to Brain Drain Newsroom for Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. Today, we're looking at big enforcement flashpoints and some unexpected shifts. Here's what's ahead. ICE agent faces criminal charges after the Franklin Park shooting. USCIS denial rates spike for EB-1 and EB-2 high-skill visas. California wins a lawsuit over masked ICE raids. Immigrant-led mutual aid networks on the rise. What it all means and how you can help. Let's get started. Our first story. For the first time in years, an ICE agent is facing criminal charges. According to a reporting by Associated Press and the Chicago Tribune, Cook County prosecutors have filed involuntary manslaughter charges against the ICE officer involved in the Franklin Park shooting we covered previously. This is rare. ICE agents are seldom prosecuted for use of force in the field. Legal analysts quoted the Chicago Tribune say the case could set a precedent for future accountability. DHS hasn't commented publicly beyond acknowledging the charges. This case matters because it shows local prosecutors asserting jurisdiction and testing whether federal immunity shields an individual officer. If successful, it could change ICE training and on-the-ground tactics. I think the fact that they charged already is a success. Whether or not a conviction is secured is just the process. And that is what we need to focus in on. There's a process. You shoot somebody, you go to trial. Next. According to new USCIS quarterly data released last week and summarized by the Forbes Immigration News, EB-1 and EB-2 denial rates have surged. Some categories up nearly 50% year over year. Immigration lawyers interviewed by Law 360 say adjudicators are discounting expert evidence and issuing requests for evidence at the unprecedented rates. For highly skilled immigrants, that means longer timelines, more appeals, and higher costs. Advocates call it administrative overreach and warn that if trends continue, the courts will be forced to weigh in. Yes, we've seen that in our experience here with the brain drain. We've seen it seems to be routine where they just deny the cases without adequate reasoning. And I think we've been successful in getting it over by, number one, appealing those rulings, and number two, knowing that we have a legal staff that is ready and willing to take it to federal court if necessary. Next, the California lawsuit wins. In California, a state court issued a preliminary injunction against ICE agents conducting masked raids, citing likely violations of state transparency laws. This ruling was reported by the Los Angeles Times and Cal Matters. It's a rare win for state oversight of federal enforcement. ICE has said in a statement to the LA Times that it intends to appeal the injunction and may seek an emergency stay. For now, though, in California, ICE agents have to show their faces. Supporters say the masks not only hide identity, but also hide accountability, and as one advocate told Cal Matters, maybe even hide shame. I personally disagree with the wearing of masks by law enforcement officers. Don't even want to see them do it on Halloween. Next, community resilience and mutual aid. While enforcement fights grab headlines, Immigrant communities are quietly building power. According to a new report from the Migration Policy Institute, immigration mutual aid networks in Philadelphia, Chicago, Houston have seen volunteer sign-ups jump 40% in the past 6 weeks. I don't know necessarily about the 40%, but I can tell you that the Brain Drain Unlimited here in Philadelphia, we have seen a large amount of activity, and we're very appreciative, but we need more. These networks provide legal referrals, translation, rapid response, and transportation and temporary housing. They're becoming infrastructure, a parallel safety net where official systems fail. One organizer told NPR, "When the state cracks down, we lift each other." Next, what it means and how you can help. So what's the through line in today's stories? Accountability creep. Local prosecutors charging an ICE agent. Policy tightening. High-skill visas denials rising. I want to offset that by saying that also the applications have been setting record amounts. So I don't necessarily know if it's because when we look at the approvals seem to be the same. The approvals are running at pretty much the same levels that they have. They just have a lot more applications they need to deal with. But for your own personal application, please, please, please have it looked at by qualified, accredited rep, attorney, whatever. Make sure that that application is good to go and will be backed up. State pushback. California's anti-mask injunction. Community resilience, mutual aid networks growing stronger. Together, these trends show a country wrestling with immigration policy from all angles: enforcement, courts, states, and grassroots. What you can do today. Share these stories. Hit the subscribe button. Comment. Support legal and mutual aid groups. Call your representatives about oversight and fair adjudication. And if you can, donate to Brain Drain Unlimited Foundation. We help highly skilled people displaced by conflict navigate the U.S. immigration system. Visit braindrain.org/donate to contribute or sign up to volunteer. Every action helps turn brain drain into brain gain. I'm Manus MacLean, and this has been Brain Drain Newsroom for September 30th, 2025. Stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this and maybe even learned something new. If you did, don't just vanish into the algorithm. Hit like, subscribe, and follow us on social. It's the easiest way to support our work and make sure you never miss what's next. Want to stay in the loop without relying on big tech's mood swings? Sign up for our monthly newsletter. And if you've got the means, donations of any size keep our programs running strong. As a 501c3, your gift is tax deductible where the law allows. Together, we can turn Brain Drain into America's next big breakthrough.